Alright fam, I ain't joking when I'm saying cold showers. I'm not fucking around, right? Cold showers, that's exactly what it is. Ooh. Alright. Hey, you doing it? Journey. Listen, I'm Daddy Toast. I'm trying to get up and do the cold shower. Get the bloods. Now, if you look at it, you know, shit, I'm a dark-skinned dude. I'm kind of red right now. You know what I'm saying? All that blood is rushing to the surface, you know, I'm cleaning myself out right now. So we're going to do this for about 30 days. See how it works out. All right, peace. Now to the toast. What's up, y'all? Hey, it's time to do that toast. But before we get into that, we first have to get into this, the water. Get your water, yo. Get your water. All right. We're going for 16 ounces today. Come on now. Yep, 16.9 fluid ounces. Let's get it. Jumpstart that body, jumpstart that body. I've been sipping on water a little bit earlier this morning. I'm moving slow today. Get that water. Jumpstart the body is important, right? Right now, what we're working on is getting our bodies together. Hold on. I'm still learning this video game. Sometimes too much light is bad. All right, so. Man, all right, so get your water. So the problem I got this morning is that I can't find my bottle cap opener. So this is something that I learned in Ghana, right? So when you don't have a bottle cap opener, the next best thing is to have a bottle. But the only problem is that this is so volatile. Thank God. There you go. I need y'all to see that. It's flowing like a river. I told you, always have your other bottle ready, right? There we go. So my mom got diagnosed with the flu, right? And I noticed something strange that once they was clear that she had the flu, they start putting like quarantine stickers on her door and shit. I jumped up. I was like, what the hell going on? Oh, she got the flu. We just got to let everybody know so that they know to put on their mask and stuff. Like, shit, y'all got me scared. So I stayed there with her, as y'all will hear, because I was there so long. By the time I got her home, we had transitioned from Nia. Listen to that. Can y'all hear that? We transitioned from Nia into Kuumba. All right? So, hey, This is the Death Eater, by the way. Death Eater. You see it? The green is that bladderwrack and that sea moss. You can taste the sea in it. I do. I'm trying to do at least close to a bottle a day. You know. Well, at least one of these. A goblet. Make sure that when you join me, right, you get your glass. Because I want y'all to get y'all used to drinking out of real stuff, right? Because I got the cling for y'all this morning. Oh, I'm sipping and sitting up and sipping. Get you a glass because we're going to come out with our own thing of glasses real soon. So be on the lookout for that. All those that's with me on this quest, right? Because we're hacking life, right? You know what I'm saying? I see all these videos with other people doing it. So I'm saying, hey, why those of us that are awake, or those of us that are conscious, don't have shows where we are experiencing different aspects, experimenting with different things? Hell with the belief. Let's get the facts. Let's find out what works. So y'all saw I started off with a cold shower. It did wake me up. All right? But I've been moving slow all day. I've been doing other things. So we're going to toast first to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call it, Creator. We call on that infinite source to be in our lives and to be around our lives and to touch everybody's lives that we come in contact with. With that, we say Ashe. We call on our ancestors, and on the toast, we focus on our personal ancestors. Yes, that's right. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we go to the ancient ancestors, and of course, we go to the universal ancestors, right? But, hey, right now, we're toasting our personal ancestors. We're toasting those people that had a direct impact on our lives, our friends, and our families, right? Those friends, family. That's what we want to focus on right now, because when we come to the community, we could do all the grandiose things. But in this libation, in this toast, I want you to remember those personal ancestors. They are often overlooked. It's my favorite part of the libations, and we should be in that circle for about 30, 40 minutes with people yelling out people's name who sacrificed for them to be here, right? But we don't. Because a lot of people don't know their family line, and I'm challenging you, you know what I'm saying, on this day of Kuumba, to go and start building your family line. Find out as much as you possibly can. So when it come time for libations, you got a list, right? So we salute them. Now we pour for the present moment. So we pour for the Creator, we pour for the past. Now we pour for the present moment, this Kuumba. We ask that Kuumba be flowing in our life. We ask for the creativity and all the other principles that go along with the creativity to be active and powerful in our life, right? As we go on in this journey, I will be discussing other principles and other ideas that align with the days, right? So we toast that. And then, of course, we always remember our children's children on to infinity, because we pour for them now so that they can pour for us later. We pour for them so that we can remember that the world that we're building and the world that we leave, you know what I'm saying, is for them, right? So we got to make sure we leave the best for them. So I'm going to toast so we get that clinging sound. Ashe and 100 years. All right. Woo! And when I drink that, I be thinking about the ocean. I got to get back to Ghana, y'all. You know, and I want to take y'all with me. Let's go to Ghana. Let's go to Ghana and kick it, man. Oh. I'm going to finish this bottle, that's for sure. My supply has just dropped one bottle, right? Now on to the ritual and routine. I'm almost out. Second bottle we done went through. We're gonna get a big bottle next time, right? Oil letting. I have not had any problems with my mouth since I started doing this, right? And I know I'm taking in a lot of poisons, but I'm thinking this is helping get some of them out, all right? So we're going to do this. We're going to start this. We're going to run through our cleanup. We're going to run through our light workout and our shea breath, right? So let's see. Let's chart. What are we doing? We're taking a shot of the ambrosia on a daily basis. We're oil letting. We're doing an shea breath. We're doing a light workout. You're going to see me change it a little bit. I'm going to show you some stuff that we're working with. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you one of the workouts that we're going to pull out from today. This right here, this book is the truth. I want y'all to look at this. This book right here is the truth. It's called The Art of Shinku. You get it offline. I just happened to stumble on it when I was going through my book phase. Well, I'm always in the book phase, but I used to go to Barnes and Nobles and just go through before all the Audible books start coming out. And this book right here is a graphic book. It teaches you how to, let's just say, it teaches you about life. I mean, you got, anybody can send in. If y'all want to, we could do a Shinku test. Send in questions and comments, and I will see if I can find any here, because this book tells you how to swim, how to do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, how to sail, yes, how to tie knots. It tells you how to exercise, herbs, vitamins, all types of stuff. So one of the workouts we're going to be working on is, he got one in here where he tells you how to get a split, right? So we're going to work on that. And also we're going to do some isometrics out of here. He got isometrics in here. So we're going to do a few of these. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's go. You are now listening to Gianni Journey Radio.
Don't eat, don't work, you're not a man. On my own too, I got to stand. So lots of grams, lot of pots and pans. Lots of money, seen lots of hands. Lots of scheming, lots of plans. I grew up with them, not a nigga stitching, no helping hand. You are not my fan. Really, nobody was there for me, not a helping hand when I got it. Got out the mud, and I came from the dirt. Now I'm so fly, I don't got a land. Raised poor, but I love my mama. She taught me not to ask for no one help. Got disciplined when I acted up. She knew I hate, I had to get the belt. Without no father, I was hard-headed, always getting into extra shit. Found out niggas wasn't real out here. These haters faker than a Pegasus. Yeah, I came from the ground up. My name etched in a sediment. You ain't getting it like me. Only get it in excrement. On God, I'm gifted and optimistic. My level rising on elevate. I'm so fly, I can levitate. He ain't real, I can tell he fake. Locked up with crooks and thieves. I seen a nigga get his celly raped, and I ain't trying to go back to that. But this nigga wanting me to sell him 8. The weight of the world on my shoulders. The weight of the world on my shoulders. That's why I'm standing out in the kitchen, water whipping up overs. The weight of the world on my shoulders. The weight of the world on my shoulders. My heart pump blood that's frozen. My heart can't get no colder. The weight of the world on my shoulders. The weight of the world on my shoulders. I do this shit with my life familiar and all my ballin' soldiers. The weight of the world on my shoulders. The weight of the world on my shoulders. But damn, I can't give up. I'ma grind until it's over. The weight of the world on my shoulders. My youth can call me Atlas. Mama's oldest, out of 5, and it's piss stains on our mattress. Got roaches swimming in the bathwater. Guess they wanna take a bath too. And I ain't trying to go back to that. So I'ma do what I have to. Bills coming, rent due. My little cousin had another baby. Loyalty is an understatement. I'm too street, my heart beats the concrete. I mean the pavement. Nickel plated and underrated. Adding up with my calculation, no Kool-Aid in my palpitation. So pussy nigga don't fuck with me. You niggas stand in the way. Break your neck to see who I am. What are you niggas, some type of game? I don't trust near another nigga. I don't even like to share my plate, but I won't eat to feed my folks, just as long as my people straight. I go out my way for 'em. Think about them, even pray for 'em. If it get down or lay down, I'll get down or lay for 'em. I guess I'm Jesus to my fam, cause their sins I'm gon' pay for. For my sisters and all my cousins, those I grind every day for. The weight of the world on my shoulders, the weight of the world on my shoulders. That's why I'm standing out in the kitchen, water whipping up overs. The weight of the world on my shoulders, the weight of the world on my shoulders. My heart pump blood that's frozen. My heart can't get no colder. The weight of the world on my shoulders. The weight of the world on my shoulders. I do this shit for my life familiar and all my fallen soldiers. The weight of the world on my shoulders. The weight of the world on my shoulders. With them I can't give up. I'ma grind until it's over. Get it?
You are now listening to Giami Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.
Check the mic, 1, 2. The 6-yard train comes through. Quicker than a Pentium data for the next millennium. Spirit informs, no conforms to the norms. Dropping bombs, I let it, said it, meant it. Here to represent it. Some live off the labels of the old school, mold you, and that's the trend. What I tend to see, the new jack ain't new, in fact, just bitten pieces of debris. Recycling fragments of rubble from a somewhat familiar voice. And so many MC and so little choice. This won't make me popular. Dropping the lyrics that appeal and flock to ya. Higher self, I'm just as accurate as Doppler. I'm rocking ya, spiritual sipping, sopping my flyer up, and that goes, hey y'all, hey.
Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey.
I said I go. Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey.
Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey.
Dearly beloved, we were gathered here to bring up the rare piece to Bopa. We yell. We shed no more tears for fears when I'm chucking my spear. I'm that spook who sat by the door waiting for the big score while you're trying to get yours from the capitalist whore. And the red, white, and blue hawks and stacks and minis. She shimmies, you follow, you swallow. Losers, non-producers, consumers, consumed propaganda's got me fuming. My people are doomed. Power to the people, power to the seekers. Instead we're reduced to amps and speakers. $200 sneakers, acquisitions of blue designer suits, Benz and Lexus, battle of sexes, sport utility trucks and such. We're slaves to a quick buck. We run amok. How far can we run when we're stuck? The race is won by wisdom, not muscle. Still we all struggle. Should we excuse the hustle for instant gratification, perpetuation of cultural mutilation? Y'all, hey.
Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey.
I go.
I go.
I say hey, y'all, hey.
Hey y'all, hey.
We should be reaching for Orion. Instead, we have a love affair with dying. Getting drunk till we fold, and dole till we blowed. Does the superficial high suffice for the lows? No time for idle. Introspection and life lessons are everyone's Quran, Torah, Bible. Gluttonous eats, defeats the true purpose of eats. The temple falls off from foreign chemicals, toxins, and meats. You call food enriched when it's stripped of nutrients and bleach. I'm not meant to be reached when flesh tone band-aids are peach. Every native / European contract was breached. What will Ebonics do for the disenfranchised? Mumia gets no justice cause Mumia is despised. Reverse discrimination versus racism will never be tied. English, the bastard language of the non-socialized. The gift of spliced tongues is what the Western language gives. So isn't broken English like a double negative? Yo, yo, hey.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey.
I go, I go, I go. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey.
Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey.
Peace, fam. This is Brother Haatim coming at you. So I have to talk to you about some changes, and I guess Nia is the most. We moving out of Nia into Kuumba. So I got to kind of do the show like this because I'm leaving late. I had to take my mom to the hospital. She okay. Well, not she. She got the flu, but the piece that I was thinking about all day while I'm going through purpose. We did our conversation about purpose. Now we on Kuumba. Now, I thought this would be the most appropriate time for me to talk with my fam about the direction I'm moving with Daily Toast, Giami Journey, radio and stuff. Because for a long time, my podcast has been able to be uploaded onto my YouTube. Now I'm going to start uploading my YouTube videos to my podcast. So it's going to be a little bit more verbal, a little bit more music. I'm trying to creatively find a niche, build a niche, and get people to listen in. Now, what does that have to do with Kuumba? I have to be creative. Because one of the things that we have to start doing is, one, using our talents and our skills to our advantage, to come up with new things, new ideas, new ways of doing things. Because as we live and exist in the 21st century, technology is taking us to a point where eventually the jobs that we have now will be more easily done by computers. We have now, they just announced that H&R Block is using Watson to do taxes. They are now using robots or technology to diagnose certain patients. For example, patients with cancer, skin cancer. They have machines now that can predict whether or not you have cancer just by looking at you. You know what I'm saying? They could actually look at the skin compared to thousands and thousands of images that they done had before and determine whether or not you have skin cancer. You know what I'm saying? So even some of the jobs we thought wasn't going to be taken over by machines are slowly but surely moving into the hands of machines. And we have to be creative in where we guide our young people and how we move into the future. We have to really, really rely on our Kuumba to move us to where we need to be. All these principles are working together perfectly to align us with the future, to creatively use the energy, the ashe within us and the ashe of our ancestors and the ashe of our future generations, because they all are cheering for us. They all are working for us. We just have to figure out how to guide and direct this energy. The sooner we do this, the more successful we are going to be. So now, the challenge is to pull together small groups that are able to harness this Ashe energy. And that's going to take creativity. This is why. Because we have to develop new myths. We have to develop new ways of using the culture. We have to develop new ways of existing, new ways of building, right? Of course, having a strong foundation in what has already been done, but being creative in how we do it, like podcasts, like YouTube videos, being creative and being able to reach out and touch people in places where other mediums have not been able to touch them, right? I believe the podcast is going to replace a lot of media. I believe that the YouTube is going to replace a lot of the other media. This is why. Because it allows us to be a little bit more personal with our news. Like I got certain people that listen to me or go to my timeline because they want to see the stuff that I'm exploring and see the ideas. And I like going to certain people's YouTube channels, listening to certain podcasts, going to certain news sites, right? But I don't like pigeonholing myself. Like, for example, today I had the experience, it could be pleasurable or unpleasurable, considering what your mind state is, of being in the hospital with my mom from about 3:30 to damn near 11:30 p.m. to help her. So we in the hospital for a whole damn day. And while I was in there, the only thing that the waiting room that I was in had playing was Fox News. There was no way to turn it. But I started listening to a lot of the rhetoric that they were talking about. And what I noticed is that they use creativity to deal with issues. So you had this thing called the right wing and the left wing. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm not even on that damn bird. You know what I'm saying? My piece is I'm looking for truth. So I'm going through and I'm listening and I'm looking at how they're creatively twisting things to fit their narrative, their story, their myth. So, for example, we had a bunch of white kids at Berkeley who decided that they didn't want to hear a certain speaker, and they tore that motherfucker up. You know, $100,000 worth of damage, you know. And, of course, they're upset, but, you know, we know because that's their young people. They're going to talk about it, but they're not going to take any major actions. But the point is that it amazes me how a people who exist on a land that was stolen, that was won by terrorism, that was basically wrenched from somebody else's hands. We're talking about a people who went to other countries and snatched people up for labor, raped, pillaged, destroyed, colonized, all of a sudden now are clean-cut individuals talking about how it's wrong to be violent in a country that was built on violence. If there was no violence, America would not exist. Hell, America rose up out of violence. Violence against the Native Americans, violence against African people, violence against other West Asians. You know what I'm saying? Violence is the nature of countries, at least modern countries, Western countries. violence is at the core. And being able to warp and change this story to where they have civilized the world. And it was a noble effort. And although some of the actions were wrong, it all led to a positive end. Now I want you to think about this, right? They took their narrative and they slowly but surely over time started warping it. And everybody right now is shocked that somebody like Donald Trump doing the things that he does in this time could rise to power. You have individuals who are fearful. You have individuals who are in economic stress. You have individuals who have been programmed in education systems. And all the promises that were made to them are not being kept. The myth that they have based their life upon is slowly but surely slipping out their fingers. So of course, they're going to gravitate to someone or something that's going to tell them, hey, I could make this better. Hey, I could fix this. Hey, we have to start doing A, B, C, and D. It's worked for me. You know what I'm saying? Everything else before me was stupid. Right? So, of course, this is where a majority of the population that wanted to benefit from the fruits of their ancestors' labor is going to go. It's not hard. It just takes you a little bit of time to sit down and look at it. Right? The narrative has changed and they have bettered the world. The world is better because they have done what they did, they believe. Right? So they need to continue doing that. And they need to continue having the resources. Right? So when we are sitting here on this great day of Kuumba and we're sitting around hopefully thinking, we need to start thinking about how to creatively change our narrative, right? We need to move from victim to victor. We need to move from sad to joyous. And all this can be done in a series of tales about us overcoming struggle, right? Because I'm sick of a lot of these, I haven't been out to see any of the latest movies as far as black folks, but for me, a lot of our stories are in the same way. Either we have to kowtow to the system, the law system, or we have to, or like for example, Birth of a Nation. I wasn't amped about going to see the goddamn movie because I know the end. I know how it ends. Right? It don't end with freedom. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get excited about a movie that's going to just make me feel good for about 25 minutes. You know what I'm saying? For 25 minutes or for that period of time that Turner and his band was running around, that was the freest that they had ever been in their life, and that shit was snatched away. I'm not going to the movie to see that shit, right? We need to start telling more victorious tales. We need to start going back, looking at some of our history and structuring our communities on things that work for us. This shit is not working for us, right? Because it's all up under somebody else's narrative. It celebrates other people's ancestors, and they had a right to do that. I celebrate them for doing that. That's what they're supposed to do. Now, we need to start doing what we're supposed to do. We need to start creating our holidays. We need to start creating our times of joy and our national, our tribal times of sorrow. We need to start looking at the world from our perspective. and how it can benefit us. That's what Kuumba is for me. That's what it's about, right? So my life has been spent trying to look at the myths. This is why I do folktale for grown folks. This is why I build on that. Because I feel that our ancestors sent us messages. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying, I believe that it's crystallized wisdom. Because human nature hasn't changed. The same shit that's going on now was going on back then. Where we are now, we've been here before. And what we have to be able to do is be wise enough to get out of this situation and put things in place so this shit will never happen again. Never. So, this is Brother Haatim, and that's my thought for Kuumba today. Of course, I won't be going to the board. I might go to the board, but this will be the speaking segment. So make sure you subscribe to my Spreaker, my podcast, so that you can start downloading the Daily Toast. Because once again, it's something I created so that on a daily basis, we're pouring libations. Instead of pouring them to the ground, we're pouring healthy things into our body. So you're gonna see me doing different exercises. You're gonna hear music that's created by people that I know, or by local artists, or independent artists that give me permission to use their stuff. Right? You're gonna start seeing me doing different types of exercises. You're gonna start seeing me in my warrior training. You're gonna start seeing me experimenting with things that some of them may come from you. Other one may be stuff that I find that I feel will benefit us, so I'll start doing them. Like, for example, the oil letting, right? We already talked about the ambrosia, because that's a market that I believe that we can control from the beginning to the end. But let's even talk about the oil letting. They're talking about using coconut oil. Coconut oil, a lot of coconut oil come out of Africa. Why can't we get it and all of us start oil letting? All of us start using, because think about the health properties just in coconut oil. Right? Industry right there. Like I said, there should be very few black people going to white companies asking for things that help us with ash. The white stuff that go on your skin, you know what I'm saying? Helping us with dry skin. We need to start buying products that are produced by us, for us, in those avenues. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to start creatively moving into markets that we need. Not novelty shit. You know what I'm saying? Fancy. We need basic shit that everybody need, that we can agree that we all need. And if we all need it, we need to agree that that product is one that we will buy only from us. But that means that on the other end, far as the person selling it, you have to have a quality product. You know what I'm saying? Quality service. And we have to, and those businesses that are in our tribal units, that are in our group, have to have high standards of quality, high standards of service. So that even if outside people, allies, want to come in and want to support the business, they don't have to be going through no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're taking them and our own customer base for granted. We have to realize that we are in a service industry. We are providing a service, and we have to be creative with that service, as well as creative and focused with the service, so that we can give people the best experience. You know what I'm saying? We have to realize that they don't have to choose us, even if they are like us, even if they look like us, even if they're in our tribe. We have to understand that they don't have to do that. So, this is Brother Haatim saying, I want to thank everybody that's been listening and that's been tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, and more importantly, share, because we have to start doing this. And if you're doing your own thing and you're listening to me, give me the opportunity to help you by subscribing to what you do. You know what I'm saying? If you do a blog, you know what I'm saying, let's cross-pollinate. You know what I'm saying? I write. I have some blog posts that I can share with you. You know what I'm saying? I have some information I might be able to share on your podcast or your YouTube channel. And if you want to come on mine, let's do it. Let's build. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say this to all of my family, my allies out there, right? Please, listen deeper, okay? I want you to listen deeper. I don't want you to get caught up in the fact that I focus on my people. I want you to listen to the overall message, because I believe that the only way this country, America, is going to improve is if African Americans improve. Once we start rising, I believe this country will rise. We are an intricate part of this culture. We are an intricate part of this place. We're part of the soul. And as we all know, when you ignore a part of your soul, when you neglect a part of your soul, your whole life suffers. So part of America's issue is that part of the soul of the country is being ignored. Now also, on the creativity tip, I said I was going to end. I'm sorry, I lied. Also on the creative tip, we need to come out with how-to videos, how to work with young people, how to raise young people, how to provide lures to mastery, how to get them prepared for the future. You know what I'm saying? How to creatively discipline. You know what I'm saying? Because in the environment where I'm at, I work with a lot of young people in poverty, that come from poverty homes, that don't know it, that feel that life is a game. Not a serious game, but a fun game that they could play, and they got plenty of time. We need to start making sure that our children understand their responsibility. We need to get out of the West Asian trap of this carefree childhood, because the issue is our children can't be carefree. I have an 11-year-old son who soon will start developing hair on his face. His body will start coming into a man, and he's going to be looked at no longer as the young, intelligent young man in school, to where he's going to be looked at as possibly a threat to somebody. And I have to make sure, as a father, you know what I'm saying, that I get him prepared, and I get my daughters prepared, right, for the future that they're going to be dealing with, right, job-wise as well as social-wise. I know a lot of us want to act like the racial divide don't exist. I know a lot of us want to act as if we're in a post-racial society. But the fact of the matter is that we're not. And we have to creatively, using our Kuumba, prepare our children so that they could become productive members of our families, productive members of our tribes, productive members of our nation and the nation that we are in. So this is Brother Haatim. This is part of my daily toast. We are now in Kuumba, and I want to thank you for listening. I want to thank you for subscribing. I want to thank you for looking at it. And by the way, if you like it, comment. If you don't like it, comment. Help make me better, right? Tell me when I'm doing good. Tell me when I'm doing bad, so that I can start mastering my craft. That's the only way that I'm gonna get good. Let's help each other. I could take some criticism. My feelings might get hurt a little bit, maybe. You know what I'm saying? But maybe you might say something that might bring me an awareness that will catapult me to a point where I'm able to, with this show, take 50 youth on a train trip across the United States of America so that they can see this country. Be able to take 50 youth to Ghana and Senegal and Ivory Coast, to take them so that they can see the pyramids, and to take them to different places, because that's the goal, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing all right, all those around me is going to be doing all right. You know what I'm saying? I just got to make sure that they're productive, and I got to make sure that I have a business for them to check out. Also, go to GiamiJourney.com. Check the top tabs up there. Most of my books are up there. I'm going to put a new tab for my latest book, probably within the next 7 days. It will be available on February 27th. The title is Freedom Within Limits, Haku by Haatim. Check them out. Check it out. And know that whether you buy it on Kindle, right now on Kindle it's $3 on the 27th. You know what I'm saying? But soon afterwards, the price is going to go up. And it's also available in hardback. I'll probably do $10 on that. Right? So, yo, all I got to say is thank you for listening, and let's build. Because we have no choice. We have no choice. Let's build. We want to make things better for the world. Let's build. Let's make our homes better. Let's make ourselves better. Let's do it. Brother Haatim, I'm out. Great Kuumba to you. Thank you for watching the video. I want you to subscribe. Click the bird right there, the fiery bird. And I also have a special video just for you, right there. And for those that want more information about Giami Journey, go to our site. It should be right about there.